Hello, 인여정 to everyone. This video clip will be for all my English listeners. Believe it or not, I do have a small audience of English listeners, not particularly just Hmong people, but I do have some Mika friends who are following my channel, and they are waiting patiently for my English articles. So, with no further ado, please enjoy this one. If many of you don't know already, I am originally from North Carolina. I grew up in a small town, Newton, North Carolina. Lived there until I was 19, married, and then moved to Minnesota. So that's a little piece of information about your storyteller, KT Lee here. In this video, I will be diving into some articles about some of the most haunted places or locations in North Carolina. North Carolina boasts a rich tapestry of history, and within its borders lie tales of the supernatural. From the mysterious Brown Mountain Lights, if you haven't heard about those, to the eerie corridors of the USS North Carolina. So join us on a chilling journey through the state's most haunted places, where ghostly legends and paranormal phenomena intertwine with the fabric of North Carolina's past. The first article I will tell you guys is about Lydia's Bridge in North Carolina. Lydia's Bridge stands out as a chilling testament to the paranormal. Tucked away in the quiet town of Jamestown, this seemingly ordinary bridge carries with it a dark legend that has intrigued and frightened locals for generations. The legend of it. The tale begins with the tragic story of a young woman named Lydia. According to local lore, Lydia fell deeply in love with a Confederate soldier during the Civil War. Their love blossomed amid the chaos of war, but sadly, their dreams of a future together were shattered when news arrived that her beloved had been killed in action. Heartbroken and despondent, Lydia could not bear the weight of her grief and chose to end her life by leaping from the very bridge that now bears her name. So some of the eerie encounters. Since that fateful day, residents and passerby have reported eerie encounters at Lydia's Bridge. So many have claimed to seeing a ghostly figure, often described as a veiled woman in a tattered gown, wandering near the bridge or even standing on its edge. Some drivers passing through late at night have reported hearing phantom footsteps or the anguished cries of a woman echoing in the stillness. Mysterious happenings around the bridge. The paranormal activity surrounding Lydia's Bridge doesn't stop at apparitions for sure. Numerous accounts tell of inexplicable car malfunctions, sudden temperature drops, and unexplained lights flickering in the vicinity. Some believe that Lydia's spirit still lingers, reaching out from the afterlife to those who venture too close to the site of her tragic demise. Those brave enough to explore Lydia's Bridge with cameras or recording devices have reported capturing strange anomalies such as unexplained shadows, orbs, and mysterious voices. Skeptics may dismiss these occurrences as mere coincidences, but the locals, steeped in the legend, insist that Lydia's spirit still lingers there, leaving behind a ghostly residue that transcends the boundaries of the living and the dead. So in conclusion, Lydia's Bridge stands as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of folklore and the ghostly tales that become woven into the fabric of a region's history. Whether one is a believer in the supernatural or a skeptic, the haunting legend of Lydia's Bridge continues to cast a spectral shadow over this quiet corner of North Carolina, inviting those who dare to contemplate the mysteries that linger beyond the veil of the living. This second article is on Queen's University in Charlotte, North Carolina. So nestled in the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen's University does exude an air of academic elegance. However, behind its ivy-covered walls and historic architecture lies a campus with a spectral reputation, shrouded in ghostly tales that have become an integral part of the university's lore. There's been story of the Grey Lady. One of the most enduring legends involves the apparition of the Grey Lady. According to local tales, this figure is said to be the ghost of a former student who tragically met her end on campus. Witnesses describes encountering a misty gray figure wandering the hallways of Burwell Hall, which is a historic building on campus. Some even claim to have felt a chilling breeze or heard footsteps accompanying her ghostly presence. Queen's University, with a blend of historic and modern buildings, has given rise to various reports of strange occurrences. Students and staff have shared stories of unexplained noises, flickering lights, and the sensation of being watched. In particular, the Burwell building, dating back to the university's early days, seems to be a focal point for paranormal activity, with numerous accounts of doors mysteriously opening or closing on their own. The Susan Little Recital Hall is another hot spot for supernatural encounters. Rumor has it that the ghost of a former pianist, drawn to the instrument even in the afterlife, occasionally plays haunting melodies late at night. Some music students claim to have heard spectral piano notes echoing through the empty hall when no living musician was present. So, as with many haunted campuses, Queen's University has its share of local legends. Students often share eerie stories during late night gatherings, fostering a sense of camaraderie through shared experiences of the unexplained. Adding to the paranormal tapestry of Queen's University is the story of haunted bridge connecting the main campus to the sports complex. According to some accounts, the bridge is a site of strange phenomena as well, including shadowy figures and inexplicable sounds. Whether these occurrences are manifestations of residual energy or something more otherworldly, the bridge remains a mysterious focal point at this time for those attuned to the supernatural. In conclusions, Queen's University, with its academic splendor and rich history, stands as not only a center of learning, but also a hub of spectral activity. So the ghostly tales that swirled around its halls and landmarks add a layer of intrigue to the university's identity, inviting students, staff, and visitors alike to contemplate the thin veil between the world of the living and the realm of the supernatural within the confines of this esteemed institution. Article number 3 is on the Biltmore House in North Carolina. Nestled within the picturesque landscapes of Asheville, North Carolina, the Biltmore House stands as an architectural marvel. Beyond its walls, though, lurks a haunting mystique, a series of ghostly tales that have woven themselves into the fabric of this iconic estate. One of the most enduring legends of the Biltmore House revolves around the mysterious Lady in Black. Legend has it that this spectral figure is the ghost of a servant who met a tragic end in the mansion. Visitors and staff alike claim to have glimpsed of her apparition, dressed in somber black attire, wandering through the halls or appearing near the grand staircase. Some people even reported a melancholic aura accompanying her presence. There is also the vanishing butler, which is another ghostly resident said to roam the corridors of the Biltmore House. Guests have recounted peculiar encounters with a well-dressed butler who is a spirit of a former butler there. He appears briefly, offering assistance or a polite nod only to vanish into thin air. The identity of this spectral servant remains shrouded in mystery, adding to the allure of the Biltmore's paranormal lore. Biltmore's vast library, adorned with rich wood paneling and towering shelves of books, is rumored to be a focal point for supernatural activity as well. Some visitors have reported unexplained noises, disembodied whispers, and the distinct sensation of being watched while pursuing the literature within. The atmosphere in the library, it seems, holds echoes of the past that extend beyond the tangible world. And then a glimpse into the beyond. The Biltmore house, with its expansive rooms and lavish furnishings, has become a magnet for paranormal enthusiasts and curious visitors seeking a glimpse into the beyond. Numerous accounts tell of shadowy figures, cold spots, and inexplicable phenomena captured in photographs. Skeptics and believers alike find themselves questioning the nature of the unexplained events that unfold within the mansion's walls. Adding to the intrigue is the Biltmore house's basement. It's a passageway and rooms with a reputation for ghostly encounters. From eerie footsteps echoing in the darkness to the occasional sighting of shadowy figures, the basement has become a mysterious realm where boundary between the living and the supernatural seems to blur. In conclusion, the Biltmore house, with its architectural splendor and historical significance, stands not only as a monument to the past, but also as a stage for the enigmatic world of the paranormal. The whispers of spirits, the apparitions of bygone figures, and the lingering mysteries within its walls contribute to the enduring allure of the Biltmore house, inviting visitors to explore not only its opulent history, but the spectral tales that continue to captivate those who dare to venture into this realm of the unknown. Now, last but not least, we cannot talk about the hauntings of North Carolina's capital, which is in the heart of Raleigh. The state capitol building stands as both a symbol of governance and repository of history. However, beyond its grand columns and stately chambers, tales of ghostly apparitions and spectral phenomena have etched themselves into the narrative of this structure, weaving a tapestry of haunting lore that transcends the corridors of power. One of the enduring legends surrounding the North Carolina state capitol involves the spectral presence of a former governor. Visitors and staff have reported glimpses of a shadowy figure resembling the 19th century governor. He has been seen wandering the halls with an air of authority. Some have claimed to have heard disembodied footsteps echoing in empty chambers, attributing them to the unseen governor's presence. Now, the Capitol's rotunda, a space that echoes with the footsteps of history, is rumored to be a focal point for paranormal activity as well. According to local tales, the ghost of a grieving woman, possibly a widow from the Civil War era, has been spotted lingering near the rotunda. Witnesses describe her apparition clad in black, seemingly trapped in a perpetual state of mourning as she roams the historical heart of the Capitol. Another is the phantom cries of soldiers. As a witness to the Civil War, the Capitol bears witness to a darker chapter in American history. Numerous accounts tell of ghostly echoes that reverberate through its corridors, cries and whispers reminiscent of soldiers who may have found solace or suffered within its walls. The haunting residue of wartime suffering adds a somber layer to the Capitol's rich tapestry as well. In the governor's mansion adjacent to the Capitol, there are tales of a ghostly governess who once cared for the children of a former governor. Witnesses claim to have seen her apparition, often in the vicinity of the children's bedrooms. Whether she remains to watch over unseen charges or relives moments from a bygone era, her spectral presence contributes to the mansion's haunted reputation as well. The Senate chamber is a room steeped in political history, is not exempt from the supernatural whispers that weave through the Capitol. Some visitors have reported an inexplicable feeling of being watched, as if the spirits of legislators past are still engaged in their debates. Shadows darting across the chamber and the sensation of unseen eyes create an atmosphere of perpetual vigilance. So in conclusion, the North Carolina State Capitol, a venerable institution where laws are debated and decisions made, harbors a spectral side that transcends temporal boundaries of governance. As visitors walk through its halls and chambers, they may unknowingly traverse the threshold between the tangible and the ethereal, encountering the lingering spirits that have become an integral part of the Capitol's enduring legacy. The haunting tales of the North Carolina State Capitol invite exploration not only into the annals of political history, but also into the enigmatic realm where the past continues to echo in whispers and apparitions. Alright, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the articles I am able to obtain for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy these articles on the hauntings on some of the most haunted locations in North Carolina. If you've visited these places before and you do have some creepy encounters or paranormal encounters, do share with us in the comment below so that we can see what you've gone through and experienced. Thank you for the continuous support, both Hmong and English listeners, and I will see all of you in my next video.